Thank you for joining our presentation. We know what it's like to feel like you're spinning your wheels, working harder, but not making progress. Today, we'll share 3 practical ways families can create additional income, avoid burnout, and finally get ahead of all of this without getting another job this year. You're going to discover how parents over 40 can make up for lost times. With all your daily demands, you're going to discover how you can create financial relief. Of course, we fell on our faces a few times and rose to create a financial plan. So we're going to share with you how to get out of that endless cycle of barely getting by. In our journey, we've met so many people who dream of having their own thing. A project, a business, a plan that's completely theirs. They want to be in control of their time, income, and future. So you may be wondering, who is this for? So if you're sick of that financial rug, which has been pulled out from under you so many times, this is for you. If you're making good money, but you can't seem to get ahead no matter how much you make, this is for you. If you're freaked out about retirement and you have no assets and nothing substantial growing for you, this is definitely for you. If you're panicked about sending kids to college, or you just want your own money, this is for you. Our promise to you is we're going to share with you how to get caught up financially without getting another job. Having to feel like you got to grab a big pie in the sky to make money quick, or without having to go back to school. We're going to show you how to get out of that financial grind. Life isn't easy. People have been through divorces, recessions, family losses, and of course, we ourselves have learned the hard way that waiting for somebody else to fix things just doesn't work. Look, this is the reality. People are dealing with divorces, they've had to deal with outsourced careers, people have struggled through recessions, some people have even lost half of their assets. And of course, some people have looming school loans over their head in this crazy economy. So, reality is, some of us just don't have the extra to get ahead. And we don't have, that old, crap fund just in case an emergency comes out. And some of us are stuck in that grind of renting and we don't own. It's reality. So for years we've lived in this reality, no savings, no safety net, and no idea how to move forward. It was a tough place to be in, but also it's what inspired us to take control of our finances and find a better way. You know what it's like to feel stuck. Trust me, watching bills pile up over a while and wondering how you're going to make ends meet. That's exactly why we started looking for real solutions. So the biggest problem right now, because we've talked to a lot of people, is time is ticking. And every day you're getting closer to retirement. Friends of yours, sometimes at this point, are either dying of cancer or heart attacks. And you can't rely on the fact that you could have plenty of time. You may not. The government is not going to take care of you either. It's only going to get worse. And of course, with Social Security, who knows if it'll even be available at 65. Time is not waiting for anyone. When we realized that retirement was creeping close, we weren't prepared. It was a wake-up call for us. And for us, our family, we had to act. So, who are we? Well, a little bit about us. We learned what doesn't work when it comes to building financial stability. So with all that we learned, our mission is now to help other families do the same thing using what we've learned. We like to call this having the Gen X effect. We've made it, but sometimes it's just as easy to lose it and have to start all over and reinvent yourself. And you got to be resourceful. Now is the time to do what you want to do. So most of us want financial safety and security. And the question really is, how can you make up for lost time? So just kind of a little back to what we talked about before. After getting hit with 2 recessions, family deaths, and physical illnesses, we realized one thing: only we can rebuild our secure finances. One of the most important lessons we learned in this difference between income you work for now and income that works for you later, there is an option. The latter is key to real freedom. So, there's 2 types. There's now money and then there's residual money. We want to share a little bit about both. Each of these 3 ways that we're going to share with you has pros and cons. There's now money, like we said, and there's later money. We're going to tell you a little bit more about that. So first, let's look at investing in stocks. The pros of that is you can start with little money. You should have extra if you need to have spare cash to experiment with. If you get big enough, substantial dividends can come in residually. You buy and sell now money, and if you know how to time it, you may work. But there are some cons. You definitely could risk loss. There is a lot of a learning curve when it comes to that kind of money. You definitely have to have a good advisor, and sometimes that's not a guarantee. The market has volatility day to day. Do you really want to be stuck in that rut? Because you can lose it all in one instant. So there's also the real estate option. We took real estate courses, about 48,000 in real estate courses we took, to be exact. So on one hand, you can make residual or buy and sell. You're definitely going to have to play big on this one. And of course, you have some tangible investments, which you can call assets. But seriously, some of the cons, you can lose your shirt. And obviously that scared us to death. There's a learning curve, and sometimes that can be totally overwhelming. You definitely also need to find a good mentor, and that's very hard these days. If you manage your own properties, you definitely get sometimes stuck in the time suck and the major headaches. So then there's the third option, starting your own business. Now, just so you know, there's about 4 types of businesses. So I'm going to go over a little bit of each of them. There's a franchise. You can definitely make now money. Residual on autopilot. Too big an investment for you maybe, because there's corporate limitations. There's also the home-based business. You can make now money and residual money fast. But if you'd like to quit your job in less than a year, that could be ideal. Then there's the brick and mortar type. We tried this. If it doesn't boost your hump, you make no money. You really have to be inspired. Most people never get to residual in that type of situation, and actually some people even fail. And then lastly, there's the affiliate marketing. Now this takes way too much time. It can get a little complicated, and it can actually take about 5 to 8 years. Do you really have that kind of time? So it seems to be the optimal choice is the home-based business, because what we discovered is it's the fastest way and most direct way out of corporate America. It can offer you time flexibility, It can offer you raises when you want. It can give you the opportunity to wear out your denim in a uniform. That's kind of a little side joke. You can directly help people, and heck, you can even travel to new places. So you may be thinking, like, to that, it sounds like there's a consolation prize. Um, it may not it may not have worked for you or your friends, but you know what? You're right. A lot of people have failed, but there's a reason for that. We've seen why so many people actually in this type of situation fail. Typically, it's because of lack of training, limited markets, unproven strategies. That's why we actually have created a system that actually sets you up for success. And of course, you may or may not know, but success is not magic. It's about combining strategic training, simple systems, and the right actions. With this approach, anyone can create a sustainable, successful business. And really, at the end of the day, the question is this right for you? Because, there are people who do fail because they were set up to do so unknowingly. That's the scary part. So creating a six-figure income without getting another job actually is possible. So you can figure it out yourself and lose more time and money, or you can get help from somebody who's paid the price before you and can actually help you fast track to success. Not everyone, by the way, is ready to make a big change, but if you're serious about transforming your life and willing to make the necessary steps, this may actually be the opportunity you've been looking for. Now, you may be wondering, how exactly can we help? Well, we've actually set aside some time next week to speak to you personally about fixing your current reality, and also to take a look at, if you'd like to stay the rest of your life feeling stuck. We want to definitely point you into some options. The cost, by the way, is free. And we want to also just kind of remind you who this is for. You must be committed to shaking things up and making big changes. You must be willing to invest in you. You must be serious about doing it the right way. Because I want to definitely warn you, this is not a quick scheme. There is no gimmicks, and this is not about looking for the next big thing. You must be willing to get your feet moving. So, how much is this costing you? Your sanity? How much is this costing you and your sanity? So, you have to ask yourself, is your marriage partnership suffering? Are you not able to travel as much as you'd like to? Is the debt you have keeping you knocked down? Are you actually enjoying quality time with your kids? Do you have the ability to live anywhere you want to? So when you think about that all, how much is it going to cost you if you stay in the same place for the next 10 years? And really, how much longer are you going to wait to step into the life that you truly want? Life is short and time is ticking. If you don't take action now, you can find yourself in the same place or worse in 10 or even 20 years from now. So here's the invitation. Let's lay out a plan so that you can be in charge of your time, your banking account, so you can rise out of the ashes for good and finally succeed and get the results you need in your life right now. Like we said before, you have a choice. You can stay stuck or take the next step forward to your financial freedom. We're actually here to guide you, but the first step is yours to take. You've got to click on the button, schedule a call, and get started. So we want to invite you to click on the next button to this video. You'll be receiving a text. But let's work together and partner together, and let's get this fixed so that you can live the life that you have dreamed of and actually make it a reality today. Let's get you started.